That's gross. Ah. Dude, the ocean has given me DEAD fish. That's disgusting. Today's not going to be a very good beach day. Because there is fish deceased all over the beach. Here, I'm going to try to go over this way. And then when the water comes up, it just pushes the DEAD fish. Yesterday when I was at the beach, I noticed this fish. I actually posted it. It was like struggling to swim. And I was like, well, that's interesting. And then when I got home, people were mentioning that there were a bunch of, I can't say it on TikTok because TikTok gets all sensitive about it. But there were, you know, fish unalived all over the beach. And I was like, okay, well, that's crazy. But they really are. They're all over the beach. There's one right there. One right there. There, and there, and there. And then when the water comes up, it pushes the fish to my feet. It's disgusting. So there's one right there. There, and there. And there. One right there. This is your hometown? Awesome. Alright, so very gross. Welcome to my sunrise life. Yeah, they're also saying because the water may have been warming up too much, that it was like lack of oxygen. And so then they all kind of, you know. So like in my live today, all you're gonna see is non-moving fish. Thank you for following me. It smells like if you've ever cut open a pumpkin, that's what it smells like out here right now. And it's from all of the DEAD fish. Cut bait for fishermen. Yeah, they have tons of it. No, I'm on Navarre Beach, Florida. There's really no good place to sit and watch the water because it goes down into a slant into the water, so like there's no place for me to put my chair without my chair getting wet. So I'm from the local area. Hey Barbie. Hey Amanda. Look at this, Amanda. These are all over the sand. Is this one still alive? Are you moving? No, it doesn't have eyeballs. Oh my gosh. Yeah, they don't have eyeballs. That is so weird. All of them. They're all over the beach. So, do you remember yesterday when I found that fish and it was like struggling to swim? That was like right before everybody started seeing DEAD fish everywhere. So, that's what I'm dealing with today. And it smells like you wouldn't believe. Thanks for the heart, me. Oh, please don't bring the fish over here. Ugh. They said it was because sometimes when the water heats up really quick, it starves the fish from oxygen. Or it could have been a feeding frenzy, or it could have been mating. That's what the lifeguards have been saying. I saw Fred, but he didn't stay very long. I was thinking maybe I should go walk the pier. I think I probably should have just went and walked the pier. You're thinking of going here for vacation next year? That's awesome. You should totally do it. Good morning, Golden Sun. How are you doing? You were in Davenport? Okay. Oh, Amanda, I know. I know. I probably won't stay very long today. Fred should be full. I mean, he has a whole buffet. Best beach experience except for currently with DEAD fish everywhere. No, they don't think it was the red tide. They think it was because the lifeguards posted a post because everybody started seeing the fish everywhere. They're saying that it's because most likely because the water warmed up too fast and it starves the oxygen for the fish, and or mating, and or feeding frenzy. It's just weird that they don't have any eyeballs. That cloud looks like a ship. Here's the other side. Look at these people, they're sitting in the middle. You can't sit too close because there's a bunch of fish on the ground, so then the water pushes the fish to your feet. Oh, it's so gross. Oh. No, they're not saying it's red tide. They're saying one of three things. They're saying it's either the water warmed up too quickly and it starved the oxygen from the fish, or there was a feeding frenzy, or there was a huge mating ball and it, you know, offed all the fish. I have to be very careful. TikTok gets so sensitive. So they're all over the sand. Yesterday I posted a video of me seeing a fish that was struggling to swim. It was like swimming in circles. It was so weird. And I posted that video not knowing that, like, as soon as I got home, people were posting pictures of all these DAD fish all over the beach, and I'm like, I wonder if that fish that I saw was having the same issue as all these other fish. I think it probably was. Yellow and purple. Good morning, Mike. How are you doing? Yep, yellow and purple. The flag is yellow and purple today. Yellow means caution, there's rip currents, and then purple means there is dangerous marine life. I have not seen any turtles. The sun isn't even up yet, so even if I had a chance to see a turtle, I wouldn't see one unless it was nesting. Which I would never be lucky to be here when a turtle is nesting. I'm in Navarre Beach, Florida. You have not been out to see an early sun. You need to get out there and see a morning sunrise. Do you have weekends off, Shannon, where you can just be like, okay, I'm setting, you know, it really only takes like 4 minutes for the sun to come up. You know, take 30 minutes, go out there and watch the sunrise. I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference in your day when you do that. Good morning, Lee. Can't really see the water hit the sand because there's a big old hill. So it like goes up and then goes straight down. Unemployed energy? What is that supposed to mean? You're weirdo. Bizarre behavior from you. You need some more talk therapy. And you're ignorant. Goodbye. Yes. No, I blocked him. He doesn't even deserve to be in here. He's just jealous because I get this beautiful ocean view and he doesn't. Probably lives in his dad's basement somewhere. Good morning. Sarasota. Probably about, I don't know, I'm about 8 hours from Orlando, so I would say probably maybe 9.5 hours. Maybe 10 hours to Sarasota? I'm not sure. I've never done that drive. Well, I'm here to show you guys the ocean, so I'm literally at your demand. But some people just have some really bad energy. These little sandpipers need to come eat the DAD fish. Hello. Yes, do not want any hurricanes. Oh, cool. Well, at least you see sunsets, Shannon. Oh, can't see bathing suits. Good old TikTok doesn't like me showing bathing suits. Yep, this is Navarre. You were right, Uncle. St. Augustine's beautiful, too. Sorry about the view of the DEAD fish. Nothing I can do about that one. That's awful. It's so funny because I got out here before the sun was like even peeking up. Like there was no light at all. And I'm like, what is that smell? It smells like when you open up, like when you're carving a pumpkin or something. And I'm like, what is that smell? Okay. And then the water comes in and I see all those coming to my feet. Oh my gosh. Maybe that's why, Destiny. I do not know. Today's, you know, whatever. I literally thought, man, I should just go walk the pier today. I was like, no, I'm not feeling that great. I'm just gonna do the normal sunrise on the beach and yeah, sardines. People that come to the beach today are not going to be very happy. You live in Dothan? I know where that's at. I used to go through there all the time when I lived in Panama City. St. Augustine's beautiful. Have you gone to the lighthouse yet? We went to the lighthouse. The only thing that we didn't get to do was go to the Pirate Museum. I wish I was closer to the water, but I can't sit there. And there's no flat sand area, so we're just gonna work with it today. $3.39 on the West Coast. We're waiting for Mr. Sun to pop up. Thank you for the heart me. We visited 2 days in St. Augustine because we were coming back from Kissimmee and we thought, well, we've never been to St. Augustine, let's go visit for like 48 hours. So we didn't get to do much, but from what we saw, it was a really cute town. We're gonna need you to get up a lot earlier and take us shell hunting. If I was gonna do that, I would take you to Opal Beach and go shell hunting. And I can't get here any earlier. The sun's not even up yet. It's an idea. I'll think about it. Salt Life, are you a local? We're gonna go on a trip again, and we're gonna stay longer. Oh, awesome, Salt Life. You are correct, Aaron. It's my favorite time too. When there's like nobody out here. These waves are definitely bigger than yesterday. Oh no. Don't bring the fish over here. Ooh. It's so weird. Oh my goodness gracious. Look, it's literally bringing the fish over to me. Ooh. Oh my God. This is how today is going to be, I can tell. This was not a good beach day. It's disgusting. Any other time I wouldn't care, but I don't want fish juice all over my bag. You actually took the time to come back to my live. Somebody is so triggered. Thank you for coming back to my live, and then I'll block another one. Go create another one, troll. There is some weird people on this earth. I triggered him that bad. Her, I think it was a her. I think it was a him and a her. Triggered them that bad that they actually created a backup to come back to my live. That's bizarre behavior. I'm glad that I rent his brain for free. Okay, you guys have to look at the sand for a second. Yeah, I'm sorry for the view, you guys. You have to see, you know, passed away fish, but... Okay, sunrise coming. Well, here, you kind of have to like move the sand back and forth because it literally sinks into the sand. Now, when I went out to Opal Beach, I don't know if I got lucky or what, but it was just all laid out like on the sand. So I just kind of like plucked them up. I don't understand what you said, Creator Beefy. You're weird. Why a lot people don't come on here? What does that mean? Like, what? Can you kind of clarify your sentence? Or like, I don't know, write English? You are correct, Aaron. I'm in Navarre. The temps running there, yeah, it's like 95, but like the feel like is over 100. Yep, these are crab holes. Sebastian loves to make holes. You are visiting here in September. That's exciting, for sure. You're welcome. You're welcome, Barb, so I can't speak. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer. Unfortunately, with the sun rising up here, you don't get really any water in the view. That's exciting, Jamie. Oh, Rambo. That's nice. Do you like St. Augustine better than PCB? This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Well, that's awesome. I like the Gulf better than the Atlantic. (7:48 p.m.) So your sun is setting. I don't know anything about the hotels here. Okay, we're gonna go back to the water. When I start seeing the tip top of the sun, then I'll... You're from Puerto Rico. Welcome. Yeah, minus the fish on the beach. Yeah, it is. I think it would be a lot cleaner. This is such a weird live, I'm telling you. Oh, yeah. There we go. Maybe I can just zoom up a little bit more. Hey, Seagull, there is tons of fish on the beach. You should take some. Oh, maybe he will. Look, a seagull's gonna have breakfast. Thank you, Amy. Well, you know what, Destiny? I heard that the eyeball is like one of the most nutritious part of a fish, I guess. So maybe that's why they go for that. Yeah, no, the heat is really bad here. That's why I usually leave around 8:30. Navarre Beach, Florida. Anywhere along the Emerald Coast, you'll get this beautiful white sand. Hi, Butterfly. I don't think I've seen you for a while. Pigeons or doves or whatever you guys are. Oh my gosh, Butterfly. So basically the lifeguards are saying that it was either the water warming up too quickly and then starving the fish of oxygen, or it was a mating ball, or it was a feeding frenzy. Probably not bad if you're just like walking on the beach like she is, but like if you sit here, the smell is just ooh. And then when the water comes down like this, it just pushes the fish closer to my feet. Fun times over here. probably just rot on the beach. Hopefully the water will like somehow take it out tonight or something. I don't know. People are trying to dodge the fish. Yeah, well, so yesterday when I was live, I actually have the video on my TikTok. I saw this fish. It was like swimming around. It couldn't swim. It was like weird. So I tried to grab it, and then it ended up, the water actually pushed it up on the beach, and then whatever. So I was like, wow, that fish is really struggling. So when I got home, there was a bunch of people that had, I guess, had posted about these DEAD fish all over the beach. And I'm like, wow, I wonder if that fish that was struggling was having the same problem. And then the lifeguards of Navarre like did a post on them, and so they don't think it's red tide. They think it's the 3 things I just mentioned. Thanks for the gift and the follows, everybody. I think they will be, Butterfly. It just smells like when you carve a pumpkin, that's what it smells like. Red tide is like I think it's an algae. It's a bad algae, and it can, you know, KILL, marine life. Again, have to be very careful with TikTok and how I speak. If like dolphins get in it, it'll do the same thing to dolphins. In fact, we lost a bunch of dolphins. I think it was in March. And they did a test on the dolphins. They took them back and did lab tests, and they found out it was red tide. Yeah, isn't that pretty? Let me see, I'll zoom up. Good morning. Mr. Sun should be coming up anytime now. Good morning, Tracy. South Dakota has some really pretty sunrises and sunset too. Only know that because I lived in South Dakota for like 5.5 years. But it hits different here because the water is involved. I'll show you the water really quick. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. That is correct, Vicky. I think that when we have sunrises and there's clouds involved, I think it makes the sunrise so much better. Oh yeah, it's gonna be hot. There's actually a lot of people out here for it being so early in the morning. In a minute, you're gonna see the turtle patrol come through. And they just go through and they make sure that there are no turtle tracks. If there's turtle tracks, they see if they've laid a nest. I want to do that job so bad. I would volunteer my time to do that job. Hello, Frank. Thank you, Butterfly. Oh, there is Mr. Sun right there. You could see the tip top. Oh, that's awesome. I love anything sea turtle. They don't, here they do not tell you any dates because they don't want people crowding the nest of when they do actually hatch, because they don't want the baby sea turtles, the hatchlings, being interrupted. You can already see a little bit of the sun ray coming through. This is a great one, yes. Yesterday was really nice too. That's awesome, Shannon. Hey, Jen, good morning. Isn't that pretty? Ugh. It never gets old. I like sunrises better than sunsets. Well, I'm so glad you're in my live and you're getting to see the sunrise. Mr. Sun. Mr. Sun is bright and ready to turn me more into a fried chicken than I already am. Good morning. All right, now that the sun is up, I'm gonna show you the water. Good morning, Robert. Roberto, sorry. You will see non-moving fish on the beach. They're everywhere. I cannot avoid them. So if you don't want to see that, this is not going to be one of those nice, pretty, tropical vibes. This is going to be a, like someone threw a bunch of sardines on the beach. Good morning, Misty. Like, you can see them all along the sand. Nothing I can do about that. There's the fishing pier that I should have been walking on today. So the Navarre lifeguards are saying either the water warmed up too quickly and it deprived the fish of oxygen, or they had, you know, they were mating or whatever, or there was a feeding frenzy. But they think it was because of the water warmed up too quickly and it deprived oxygen. That's like their number one thinking. I haven't heard it anywhere else, but I haven't been paying attention. You're welcome, Joey. Alright, I'm gonna zoom up. Thank you, Mike. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. So, like, we can't really see the water hitting the shoreline because you can't tell really from the video, but the sand goes up and then it goes straight down. So that's why you can only really see the waves. You can't really see the full effect. Unless I want to sit in fish juice. Come on, seagulls. Eat the fishies. Eat the fishies. Come on, seagulls. No, don't sit in fish juice. I was closer, and then the water was bringing, like, all those fish were actually at the top of the little hill mound thing, and then it just brings it down, and I'm like, today's gonna be an interesting beach day. You got all this food, seagulls. Eat it. Boy, I got quite a few birds around me right now. I don't know if they would or not. doesn't really look like the seagulls are eating the fish. It looks like they're eating something else. Oh my goodness. I have you guys know that when I got out on the beach, I couldn't see anything. I just walked out here, as I normally do. I just walk out here blind. And then as soon as the sun started to come up just enough where I could see a little bit of light, I just see fish everywhere around my feet. And I'm like, well, that's the smell I smelt. Bye, seagulls. Oh, okay. I'll let you see the water for a couple seconds. See how it goes up and then it goes straight down. No, I don't think I stepped on any. Good morning, Bobby. I wanted to put my chair up here, but oh well. Panama City is 2 hours west of me, or east of me. Maybe it'll take the fish back. Ugh. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. You don't want to waste your what on a hotel? Good morning, Jonathan. Oh, your vacation on a hotel? Why would you waste your vacation in a hotel? Good morning, Tommy. Oh, okay. Oh, no, okay. Sorry, Shannon, you're responding. I was like, My family is so big now, we have to, like, rent a house. Hotels aren't good enough for 7 people. Good morning. This is Navarre Beach. No, it's okay, Shannon. Sometimes, yeah, there's more dolphins in the morning. It just really depends. I mean, yesterday we sat out till probably 9:30, and I think I only saw one dolphin. Oh, it's taking more of the fish back. Yep, those purple flags. There must have been like thousands of fish. That's a catfish. Aw, you poor thing. This is Navarre Beach. Navarre Beach, Florida. No seaweed, just non-swimming fish, if you know what I mean. There is a tract over there. Maybe he will pick up the, you know, the fish. The weather is nice right now, yeah. Look at the sun. Look how pretty that is. Just post a lot, Shannon. I mean, I just started mid-May. Let's see if it picks up any fish. No, it just covered it. Ooh, Kissimmee, Florida. Are you gonna go to all the Disney parks? Where's the fish? Do you really want to see the fish? I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. There's some right there. No, they're saying that the water warmed up too fast and it deprived the fish of oxygen. They said that three things happened. Either they were mating, like a massive feeding frenzy, or the water warmed up too quickly. And they're thinking that's what actually happened. They're thinking the water warmed up too quickly, deprived the fish of oxygen, and then they all, you know, went to fish heaven. I don't think it was a mating thing, and I tell you why. Because these are all the same type of fish, and then this is a catfish. They don't mate. Like, they don't mate with that fish. So that tells me that it probably was right. It was probably the water warmed up too quickly. I mean, literally could go on for days with this. That's why I'm kind of standing up, because all you see is the fish. I've never seen anything like that before, so I'm experiencing new stuff too. I am not originally from Navarre. I moved because my husband was military. It already stinks. It smells like when you open up sardines, or when you like carve a pumpkin. I don't even know why I smell that, but I would advise not. Ooh, no, not fish juice. I would advise people to not swim today. Oh, cool, Ashley. I don't know why my camera is like foggy or something. You too, Ashley. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Thank you for the roses. There's a sea turtle nest. If you've never seen a sea turtle nest, now you have. I don't know if the fish are down in Pensacola. I just know it's all along Navarre Beach. All I see is two different species. There's a catfish, and then I don't know what kind of fish these are. Whatever those are. So far, that's the only, but I haven't walked the whole beach, so. Thank you, butterfly. I would not let my kids go swimming today at all. Oh, yuck. No way, Jose. Never. Not even for $1 million would I do that. I'm just gagging standing here. This actually looks really deep. Yeah, it smells like sardines mixed with pumpkin. I don't know where the pumpkin smell is coming from, but if you've ever cut open a pumpkin, you know, that's what it smells like to me. It's so weird. Which you can smell it from the parking lot, and I didn't even realize what the smell was until the sun came up a little bit and I saw non-swimming fish around my feet. This is Florida. Navarre, Florida. I did follow you, Shannon. Oh, he's got a fish. All you can eat. It's weird that it's only like 2 types of fish. And they're all really small. They're not like big ones. So, I don't know. I don't know how that all works. Good morning, Ken. Yeah. Because, I mean, yesterday, I think it was a jackfish. I don't know. I have the video on my TikTok. You'll see what kind of fish it was. But, so that fish is a different type of fish than these fish. And it was struggling yesterday before everybody started seeing a bunch of issues. So, thank you, Joe. Have a great day. This is your favorite beach? Awesome. Oh, there's a pelican. Oh, there's a whole bunch of pelicans. There's even more pelicans. Oh my goodness. That made my day. Yeah, this beach is a lot like the Bahamas. Good morning, Heather. How are you doing? You know what? I don't think the pelicans will even eat it. Ew, she just ran into fish. Fish juice. Gross. I'm doing okay. I was on the struggle bus this morning too, not really feeling up to it, but I pulled myself up from my bootstraps, or should I say flip-flops, and I got out the door. Yeah, I don't think pelicans want DAD fish. Heather, since everybody else had to see this, I'm going to show you. Because, you know, we love you and everything. Look at all this. They're having a bad morning too. I mean, just keep swimming doesn't apply to these fish. I could even show you a catfish. Look at all this. There's more. There's a catfish. More fish, yeah. Imagine the smell. So that should be a perspective. Even though you didn't want to get up this morning and get going, we're able to. These little guys aren't. Come on, seagulls, come clean up. I saw Fred too. He flew away from me though. I think he's upset with me. He was sitting by my chair for like 5 seconds, and I tried to get a picture, and then he was like, nope. He's like, you're not on live? Okay, cool, I'm out of here. They're thinking the water heated up too quickly and it deprived the fish from oxygen. Yeah. Oh, I'm only serving 2 types of fish so far though. Catfish and whatever else. Maybe it's a mullet. I don't know what that is. Yes, Heather. See, it all makes sense, doesn't it? I have a saltwater tank. I could have just plopped it in my tank. There's plenty of oxygen there. What's for dessert? Unfortunately, nothing washes up from the water that's dessert-like, so. I don't think the city's gonna come clean it up, no. There was a tractor that came to smooth out the sand, but I mean, he obviously can't go over here. This is where all the fish are, but I'm not sure it would have picked up the fish anyway. It would have just smashed them. See, now look. Now all the fish are rolling down to the, oh my God. Still a beautiful view though. South Korea, cool. Good morning, LTF. So glad you can't smell it from, yeah. They, it's a very strong smell. You can smell it from the parking lot. And it feels extra humid today, so just imagine. Scratch and sniff screen. That's hilarious. That is hilarious. Yeah, around 9 or 10. So when I left yesterday, I think it was just single yellow flag. And then I came back early this morning and it was purple yellow, so. It's true. Shannon, I have a in-depth post. It's actually a pin post on what all the flags mean, but to be short with it, 2 red flags: do not swim. The water is off limits. You can get like a $500 fine, which means it's just really bad rip currents. Single red flag, usually they'll let you go ankle deep. Still obviously bad rip currents. And then yellow is caution. You can usually go knee deep. And then green is you're good to go. Purple is dangerous marine life. Oh, so you're a neighbor, Rhonda. The fish smell so bad, not even the tractor wants to touch them. Although they don't go in the wet sand, so that makes sense. Yeah, the Gulf don't want them back either. We could be doing fish jokes all day long. That's true, just me, yep. That's about as far as I go, Noah. I go about knee height. I don't go any further than that. No, this is the Gulf. Alright, I'm going to sit down and charge my phone. I wish there was an area that I could sit where you're not going to be looking at unalive fish. It's disgusting. Like that tractor went over this. I think that's orange peel, and I don't know why people don't realize that orange peels, yes, they disintegrate in other areas, but on the beach it just sits there. It doesn't go anywhere. There's too much humidity on the beach. Oh, look at the little bird tracks. That is so cute. Just me. It's whichever you prefer. I don't have a horse in that race. I don't call it either one. I call it the Gulf or I call it the Emerald Coast. Okay, well, you guys are not going to be able to see the water hit the shore like you did, but you can still see it. And we're going to try to zoom past the unswimming fish Today's not going to be one of those amazing, you know, view beach days because there's really nowhere I can sit. Hold on. Zooming out. Sorry, guys. Look, I want to see what these guys do. They don't even know that there's fish all over the beach. Oh my goodness. Hi, tractor. Oh yeah, anywhere where there's really pretty dolphins jumping around, that's, people love that type of stuff. Medical waste. They're gonna have a fun time trying to find a place to camp out because we saw one dolphin yesterday morning, and it was very brief. The best chance to see dolphins is over on the fishing pier. See? Look, even they're like, what do we do? There's no good place because yeah, there's fish everywhere. Yes. I would not even let my kids out here. I almost think it's a sanitary thing. I would not let my kids swim. I would not let my kids play in the sand. I would say, yep, let's go back to the pool. Because kids don't know. They're going to be putting their hands all in the sand with rotten fish. Like, what? And then you're in the water and they're like floating around your feet and stuff. Like, people were upset about the seaweed. I don't care about the seaweed at all. Now, unalive fish floating around, now that's no, thank you. Hi, Mr. Seagull. Yes, Robbie, so far. Keep in mind that the lifeguards don't come and change the flags until later. Ooh. Of course my internet would completely stop working when I got that. That was a black skimmer. I always try to get video of the black skimmers. Oh, look, the little seagull. He even took a bite of it and put it back down. Oh, somebody in a thing. I can't show you that. Building sandcastles with rotten fish. Yeah, I heard the seaweed was really bad in the Key West too. It's all about currents. Welcome in, Sherry. Welcome to our Salt Life fam. Yeah, he said, I'm not that desperate. He said, peace out. He took one little bite and he was done. No, they don't. They just save people. Let's see, July 5th, Carly on the coast, she has a TikTok. She created a event to clean up the beach, and there was 30 of us. We cleaned up 72 pounds of trash in 45 minutes. My bucket had 13 pounds of trash in it. I have the post in my TikTok. You can see it. It was unreal how much trash was left over after the 4th. Not to mention, people were actually burying their fireworks. So we had to. So my husband and I had to undig them, like unbury them. It was actually quite sad. And I'm not against fireworks at all. I just, clean up after yourself and all is good. No, don't push the fish juice towards me. Keep your fish juice. He decided to stay. See? He built his tent on a mound of fish. I won't be here tomorrow, Heather. I think I'm going to do my live from the sound side. My anniversary is tomorrow. I've been married 17 years tomorrow, which is insane to me to think about. 17 years. So tomorrow morning, I'm just going to go over to the sound and do probably not a sunrise live, just a normal live. But it'll be in the morning time frame for a couple hours so that I don't have to smell this. Because you're right, tomorrow this is going to be 10 times worse. You miss Navarre so much. I'm sorry. Come back, Don. Good morning, Margot. How are you doing today? I want to plan a trip to Key West. That is my ultimate place I want to go. I want to go to Marathon and see the turtle hospital. Oh, that's awesome. That's the best feeling in the world. Bye, Shannon. I'm pretty far east of the pier, almost close to the military base. Yes, Margot. Thank you for what you do. I try to sit as far away from the pier as possible just because, people like to swim, which is great and fine. But TikTok doesn't like me showing bathing suits, so it's very hard for me to go live and show you guys the water when there's people walking in front of me in bathing suits. Well, it's true. People should thank our medical people more often. My mother used to teach nursing. She used to teach RN in college. And then she did that her whole entire life. Retired from the college she worked at, and then would be an adjunct. She created a program in Georgia. And I saw all the work that she put into it. So I always thank the good nurses and the people who work with the medical. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. They don't even have to have their bait. They can just pick up the stuff from the ground. Just put it on a hook. You're driving from Atlanta? Awesome. Louie, I do not have any recommendations because I've never had to stay in any of them. Maybe somebody in the chat knows of some good places. You think even the fish wouldn't eat it? Maybe a shark? Hey, Kevin. Are there any unalived fish at your beach? Because we've got tons of them laying along the sand. Hey, Em. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Look at Em. Do you want some fishies? I'll send them to you. My gift to you. I made Heather look really close to them too because I'm having to smell it and everybody else had to see it in the chat, so I might as well. I have to let you see it too. Is it rainy there? No. Nope. I have a pretty bad view because the sand goes straight up and then goes straight down. Thanks for the cheering crab. I have not seen any dolphins, no. To be honest, I probably wouldn't see them very well just because the water is it's got a lot of roughness to it. Yesterday I saw a brief dolphin like for 2 seconds. In September, I'm gonna start walking the pier. Probably late September because all the kids will be in school. Teenagers will be off the pier. And it'll be just like mostly like the local fishermen that are fishing, so it won't be so difficult to get views of the sea turtles and stuff. Thank you, Kevin. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. Thank you, Mama Bear. If I were you, I would go to Opal Beach, which is right next door to Navarre Beach. So when I walked out onto Opal Beach, it was like my first time actually just hanging out. Usually I just drive by it. And as soon as I got out there, I was seeing shells everywhere. Here, it just seems like you have to kind of, like, because the sand is so soft, the shells kind of sink in it. You kind of have to dig for them. You're from Missouri. Cool. Yeah, Opal is right next door to me. So it goes Navarre Beach, Opal, and then Pensacola Beach. You're in Kansas. Ooh, you're from Hawaii? I would love to go visit Hawaii. Yes, I was the person who asked about the restaurant on the pier in Flagler Beach. Yep. Kimbo, I have no idea. I have no idea if other people are experiencing the same thing with the fish situation. It must have just happened yesterday morning because I was out here, obviously, same thing, sunrise, and there was nothing on the beach except for that one fish that was struggling to swim. That was on live. I showed it to everybody. It must, because as soon as I got home, people were posting about it. So it must have happened sometime yesterday morning. Hi, little pigeon. Your volcano is erupting a lot? Now that is scary. Funky Pelican is still there. Awesome. I bet you they still have the best cheesesteak sandwiches. Oh, I love those things. They're so good. Philly cheesesteak. That was my very first Philly cheesesteak was at that restaurant, and I've been hooked ever since. Yeah, I saw pictures, and then the Navarre lifeguards posted about it, and I was like, I wonder if that was what was going on with that fish. Ooh, the best restaurant to eat in at Navarre. I would say TC's front porch for breakfast, but don't ever get the French toast because I had that the other day and it was disgusting. Otherwise, I would say go to Pensacola and eat at Flounders. Ask to sit outside. If you aren't like if the heat doesn't bother you, sit outside. They have the best food. They also do a Sunday brunch that is absolutely amazing. So Flounders is my most favorite restaurant, but that's in Pensacola, but it's not too far away. It's like 25 minutes. There's Where You're At Seafood in Holly, which isn't too far. They have really good seafood. That's all I can really recommend. Dewey Destin's was okay. There's pigeons, there's blue herons named Fred. There's all kinds of stuff. Oh, there's also black skimmers. They don't really sit on the beach though, unless they have a nesting area. They usually swim. And they go along the water and with their little beaks, and that's how they eat. Of course, have our sandpipers, all types of different birds. Red-winged blackbirds I saw yesterday. TC's front porch was the first place I mentioned for breakfast. They have the best breakfast. Just like I said, we ate there on Friday. My husband and I ate there on Friday. Or no. We ate there on Sunday. And I was really disappointed in their French toast. Like, it was soggy. It was nasty. It was like the berry French toast. Don't get it. I'll save you. Don't get it. Yeah, TC's. Here, I'm going to write it down. I'm going to type it out for you. TC front porch. It's right in front of the Navarre visiting center. You'll see it. We eat at Flounders at least probably 3 times a year. It's expensive if you have a big family. I'm not gonna lie, it's really expensive, but they have the best food. Like, I've never had a complaint eating there. And you can't beat the atmosphere. The atmosphere is just amazing. Where you're at where y'all at seafood. That is weird for me to say because I'm not Southern, but they have Cajun type seafood. My husband's Cajun, and he says their food is really good, and that's in Holly. That's right up 87. Probably like, I don't know, 6 or 7 minutes from Navarre. The owner is super nice, so I do recommend that place for seafood if you like that type of thing. And then Dewey Destin's, they usually have like a special fish that they have like every day. So you've got a lot of choices. Thanks for all the follows and the gifts and everything. I appreciate it. Yes, and the screen taps for sure. And even if you're not doing that and you're just sitting in here, I appreciate you being in here. I never asked, is my audio okay or am I echoing? Thank you, Heather. Good morning, Maddie. Good morning, Kit. I'm glad you're enjoying the view, Jonathan. I wish I was closer to the water, but we have a fish situation. So I'm sitting a little further back than I normally do, but it's okay. You guys can still hear the water. Well, right now it's a purple flag, so yeah. You're doing yoga? Well, that's cool. Oh, Leanne, you're in for a real treat. There's a situation with a lot of non-swimming fish on the beach right now. So tomorrow will be very ripe. I would not go swimming in the water until at least a lot of these fish are gone. See? Tons of them, all along the beach. They're in the water too, floating around too. Like if you look at the, well, I don't know if you guys can see, but if the wave gets high enough, you'll see them like floating in the wave. But you can go to the sound side, and I'm sure the sound side is clear and not bad. Good morning, Mark. No, it was, the lifeguards are saying it's because the water warmed up too fast, so it deprives the fish of oxygen. They said that, or it was a feeding frenzy, or it was a mating thing, but I think it was more of the water heating up too fast, because there's two types of fish. There's a catfish, and then there's these weird fish, I don't know what they are, and then there was a fish yesterday, I think it's called a kingfish, that was struggling to swim. So I think it was the first thing they said, the heating up too quick. This is Navarre Beach. The flies are already starting to come out. Is that a baby crab? Oh man, maybe I can zoom in. Hold on, where'd it go? I think it was a baby ghost crab. That would have been cute to see. But it ran away as soon as I moved. Is Navarre part of PCB or Destin? It's part of neither. Fort Walton is next to us, and then it's Destin. How long have I lived here? For about 4 years, 4.5 years. Anthony is blocked. They come in here all the time and try to spam the chat. A lot of people mention the slippery mermaid. I don't even know what that is. You leaving looking like a lobster? Did you not put sunblock on? It's so funny to me. I can tell the vacationers from the locals because the vacationers normally 90% of the time leave with sunburns or are walking around with sunburns. It is a beautiful place for sure. Yesterday was really pretty. Today, not so much. Today, I don't know. Today, I'm too far away from the water. And then on the screen, you guys have to see non-swimming fish. Buddha. This is, I think you were in my live the other day, Anna. This is Navarre Beach, Florida. I moved from South Carolina. It's a long story. My husband was military, so we've moved around a lot. Oh, you visited this beach when you were 17? That's cool. So South Carolina, I lived near Columbia, so I wasn't near a beach. But I like Navarre Beach better. I did go to Charleston for a very, on the way out when we were PCSing. And Charleston is a beautiful place, but I will always choose the Emerald Coast over South Carolina or anywhere. Oh, cool, Kim. I lived in Camden. Before that, I lived in South Dakota. Before that, I lived in Panama City. I was like, why are you asking a question? Well, okay, so when you're in Panama City, there's also other beaches you can go to besides PCB. And Mexico Beach is one of them, and Mexico Beach reminds me a lot of Navarre Beach. There's also Crooked Island, a lot of the military members used, which was also a beautiful place. No buildings, no nothing. It was amazing. No, I don't go live every day. I've gone live a lot this week. Normally I try to go live Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then maybe either Saturday or Sunday. Starting August 3rd, I'll only be going live on the weekends, and then starting September 3rd, I'll be going live Monday through Wednesday, maybe Thursday. There's a rainstorm over here. See the rain? I usually do sunrise lives, especially right now because it's just too hot to do anything else. Rarely I'll do sunsets because, again, it's like 90 something degrees. Hurricanes are always a big risk to us. Anywhere along the water, there, hurricanes will always be a risk. I've never been to Henderson's State Park. Why? What, Anna? I'm sorry. Yep, I'm right by the pier. Well, I'm a little further out. I'm actually the last access that you can get on. So I think, what is it? 40F or something like that. I don't know. I'm closest to the military base. Oh, I understand that, Candace. I hope you have a safe trip. Thank you for all the taps. Right now it's purple flag from yesterday, so I haven't really seen any jellyfish, just unalived fish everywhere. Oh, I understand that. I have 5 kids. I've been there. I have never taken them on an airplane. It was always in the car. But you have to also realize that when you're flying and you're going up in the air pressure changes, and it probably is really uncomfortable. Like, I remember flying and I had to chew gum and like yawn and swallow, and kids don't quite understand that. But we drive everywhere we go. You have friends in Navarre, cool. Candace, I didn't understand your question. Something about Christmas and gifts. Thank you for the rose. Oh yeah, you'll meet people all over the place that just don't understand, especially if they're not parents. It's not like you can make your kid not cry, you know? Well, I mean, if you come to the Panhandle during Christmas, it's going to be chilly here. It's usually in the 50s, sometimes a little bit colder. So if you want to have warmer weather, I would say Central Florida or more south than that. Sometimes we get up into like the mid 40s. Like it's not warm here. We do have some warm days, but we also have some really cold days. Absolutely. Winter here is my favorite time. Good morning. As people start coming out here, you're going to be looking at the sand a lot because people are in bathing suits, and TikTok doesn't like me showing people in bathing suits. So that's why I keep moving the camera down. Also, I'm closer to the access, so there's more people than normal. Usually I'm way far down, and people usually don't go all the way down there. But today, I decided not to go as far. Thank you for the follows, and the gifts, and the taps, and saying hi to me. If you're bored and you want to push the repost button, that's also always appreciated. Trying to let my phone charge up enough so I don't have to use the charger, and then I'll show you guys the water again closer. Yeah, TikTok doesn't like me showing people in bathing suits. I get restricted. Oh, awesome, Shannon. Hey Britt, it's so nice to see you. No, not really. Tomorrow, I'm gonna come out to the Sound and do like a quick live. There are unalived fish all over the beach, so tomorrow I will not be here because it's gonna probably smell even worse than it does now. And then I'm gonna celebrate my 17th wedding anniversary with my husband. And then Sunday, I just plan to relax, do nothing. What are you guys doing this weekend? I think I just saw lightning. That's not good. Oh, there's a rainbow. Can you see? Oh yeah, that was thunder. Ooh, that's not good. Do you guys see the rainbow? Yes, I'm always on in the morning. I'm probably going to actually end my live. Because if you can hear thunder that close, that's a no-go. Even the fisherman knows. Alright, listen, I'm going to end my live because I don't want to be barbecue. And then once it passes, I'll get back on. I've seen enough storms on the beach. Lightning can go every which way. So, I'm going to go. And I'll be back, hopefully. We'll see.